Hello, dear students. Today we are going to study. We are going to have the hello class 10th students. Greetings of the day. I welcome you to the online classes of Blooming Birds Third School. Today we are having the second lecture of our third chapter of civics, which is the Prime Minister and its Council of Ministers. Now, we are going to study about the powers and functions of the cabinet. Powers and functions of the cabinet. So, the first function which we are going to study about is policy making. Now, in order to run our country, various policies on health, on uh, foreign affairs, on employment, and so on. These policies are made, right, for the betterment and welfare of the people, for the security of people, right? So this work is done by whom? This work is done by cabinet. Entire cabinet sit, okay, in a meeting, cabinet meeting, and then take a decision for making a policy, right? They may prepare a bill also, right? If they are preparing a bill, uh, then what will happen? That bill will be presented before the parliament and will be passed and will become a law, right? That is called policy making. Then after making the policy, right, they do execution of policy, right? Other apart from framing policy, they are responsible that that particular policy is being run or not. Like suppose if they have made some bima policy, right, or Jan account bank policy, or any other policy in public and health sector, right? So that policy, after making of that policy, they will make sure that whether the benefit of that policy is being given to the people or not. So they will give this responsibility of the execution to the IAS officer, IPS officer, and various other administrators, and along with the chain of administrators and various other officials and people working or for the government. Okay, this complete policy will be executed. Then after that, we are having coordination, the functioning of the various ministers. So the third policy is the third function is to coordinate between various ministries. So if one policy has been made, that policy cannot be executed by only one department. So many departments are involved in that execution, right? And that require coordination between the ministries and department. Okay, so that is also the job of cabinet, right? The function of cabinet to make the various departments coordinating with each other. Then the fourth function is appointment. Okay, so the appointment of governors as well as CAG, CAG, Comptroller, Auditor General of India, right, or Chief Election Commissioner, CEC, right. To these post, appointment is done by President. But who tells President to appoint a person? Who give advice? Cabinet. Okay, so cabinet take a decision, right, and then that decision is you can say advised to president by prime minister, and then president appoint CAG or governor, right? So appointment, all major appointments though made by the president are decided upon by the cabinet. Okay, so these were the four uh, administrative powers of cabinet. Now we will study about the legislative powers of cabinet. Now, legislate means to make laws. Okay, so the first legislative power will be introduction of bills, right? So a bill may be of two type. One is public bill, and another is private bill. Public bill, a bill is what? Bill is, you can say, uh, legis legislative proposal, you can say, right? A bill is what? It is just a legislative proposal. Now, what is proposal? Means in parliament, right? In parliament, suppose for making a law, so for making a law, you can say on maybe population control, right? The cabinet took a decision that okay, in every family, right, the number of children allowed will be two, hum do hamare do, right? Getting or not? So that decision is taken, and for that, after that, what will happen? uh, One draft of this decision will be prepared, and that draft will be, you can say, presented before the parliament. Okay, so that draft here, or you can say a legislative proposal, will be called bill, right? When it is getting presented before that, okay, and once it is getting approved, then that will become what? Law. Now it will become law. So you can say uh, a legislative proposal before becoming a law is called bill, and once it is approved by the parliament, then it becomes a law, right? So there are two types of bill: public bill and private bill we are talking about. I hope you would have understood what is the meaning of bill. Public bill, these bills are the legislative proposals uh, proposed by whom? Proposed by ministers, cabinet ministers of council of minister. Any member of council of minister can propose it, okay? And a non-member of council of minister, a person who is not a member of council of minister, if he is proposing such bill, so that is called private bill. So non-member of council of ministers, COFM, council of ministers, right? So that type of bill, the bill which are presented by non-members of council of minister, are called private bill. Clear? So what is the function of cabinet? Cabinet function, the legislative function is to make certain bills, like I have told you, population control bill. Likewise, they made CAA, right? Citizenship Amendment Act. Okay, so these types of bills were prepared by them, and then these bills were proposed before the parliament, and then these were passed. Okay, so this is one of the duty, introduction of the bill. Then source of information, the cabinet ministers or the entire cabinet is a source of information for the public. Okay, means the MPs in Lok Sabha will ask question, okay, during the interpellation. The right of asking question is interpellation, we have studied in last chapter. Okay, they may ask three types of questions: start, unstart, okay, and short notice questions. Clear? So these questions are asked regarding the policies, right, the execution of policies and the administration of the country. And if they are asking about one particular department, suppose health department they are asking about, okay, so then the health minister and his secretary will have to give answer or give information to that member of parliament, MP of Lok Sabha, okay. And likewise the entire country will come to know, okay, what is happening in that particular health matter, okay, or in particular matter. Clear? So this is how they are source of information. Then amendment to the constitution, right? So constitutional amendments bill are also presented by these ministers, okay. Like suppose we have taken the example of Citizenship Amendment Act, CAA, okay. Before that, in the starting, it was called CAB, Citizenship Amendment Bill, okay. So it was a bill when it was presented before the parliament. Once it is passed by parliament, then it became a law, right? An act, right? So now it became Citizenship Amendment Act. Earlier it was CAB, Citizenship Amendment Bill, CAB, okay. Then it became CAA, Citizenship Amendment Act. So this is called amendment, okay, amendment in the constitution, right? So now citizenship is in part 2 of the constitution, okay, from article 5 to 11. So in that certain provisions were changed, okay. So that type of changes are called constitutional amendments, okay, when we make changes in the constitution. Clear? So that is also done by them. Then summoning the House of Parliament. Now, the House of Parliament, although the House are summoned by the President, initiatives in this matter is taken by the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs. So, Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs will ask President to summon the houses, okay, to summon the House of Parliament, and the House will be summoned, okay. Then after that, President's special address. So the special address, which is also called Rashtrapati ka Abhibhashan, right? That is prepared by cabinet. So President of India address the Parliament two times. You can say two times means once when the government is formed newly, okay, after the general elections. When general elections are conducted, then government is formed, okay, and for the first time the session of parliament takes place. At the time there is Rashtrapati ka Abhibhashan, or the address of president, okay. So that address is prepared by cabinet, okay, and in that address the plannings and you can say policies of the government are there. The intentions of the government is written in that, okay, what government is going to do in next 5 years, okay, that is read by president, okay. So that is prepared by whom? That is prepared by cabinet ministers, okay, or cabinet. Clear? Then after that, president summon the first session of every year, of the year, okay. The first session of the year is summoned by president, and in that also that address, uh, in the address means what the president speaks there, okay, right. When the session of parliament is summoned, then every year in the starting president give its address, okay. So that is also called what? The cabinet. The cabinet prepares the president's special address to the parliament. The cabinet thus sets forth its legislative program at the commencement of the first session of Lok Sabha after each general election, and at the commencement of the first session of parliament each year, okay. So the first session of the parliament each year, and that at that time also president's address is delivered, right, and that address is prepared by cabinet. Then issuing ordinances, okay. So suppose if parliament is not in session, right, then who will make law, right? If there is no neither that budget session is here, not nor monsoon session, nor winter session, okay. So if in between, okay, you you need to pass a law, right? So how the laws will be made? At the time the laws will be made by president, okay, and those laws which are made by president are called ordinances, okay. So these ordinances are passed by president on the advice of cabinet. Cabinet will advise president to pass this ordinance, pass this ordinance, okay. President himself cannot pass any ordinance, okay. Government will tell president, inform president ke we need to make such an ordinance, okay, please pass it, right? So that ordinance will be passed. Then issuing ordinances, cabinet also, okay. Then we are having financial powers. What are the financial powers? Budget, okay. The first power of the cabinet is to make budget. So finance minister is the cabinet minister. He prepares the budget. Budget means the uh, income of the income and expenditure of the year, okay. Annual budget means income, estimate of income as well as expenditure of the year is called budget. So that is prepared by finance minister, and once it is prepared, then it is presented before the parliament, and after discussion it is passed, okay, it is passed. So that is also duty of cabinet to make this procedure successful, right? And suppose if they are not able to pass it, right, if it is rejected by the parliament, then what will happen? It will amounts to no confidence motion, okay. The people will then pass no confidence motion, those parliamentarians, right? And once the no confidence motion is passed, then what will happen? The entire government will have to resign, council of ministers will have to resign, right? So generally it is passed because the ruling party is having majority in Lok Sabha, and when they are having majority, so it is get passed very conveniently. right? If some changes are made in budget against the wish and will of the government or the council of minister, then also it is considered that that ruling party is not having majority in Lok Sabha, and the opposition force for you can say having a no confidence motion, or they propose a no confidence motion, and if no confidence motion is passed, then again the government will be collapsed. Okay, then we are having finances of the government. Okay, the cabinet is responsible for the expenditure of the government, for presenting the demand for grants, and also for raising necessary income by various means, including taxation. So government or cabinet is responsible for what, for the income as well as expenditure of the government. Then introduction of money bill. Money bill can be introduced only in Lok Sabha. Okay, so not in Rajya Sabha. So that is also prepared by you can say cabinet. Okay, budget is a kind of money bill. Then emergency powers. We have studied that emergency can be emergencies of three types. Okay, Article 352 national emergency, Article 356 presidential rule, Article 360 financial emergency. Okay, so these all three types of emergencies cannot be imposed by president until and unless president has the written permission of cabinet. Okay, so cabinet has to write. Okay, decision, the cabinet takes its decision to impose emergency and give it in writing to the president, and then president impose the emergency using Article 352 in case of aggression, or in case of some armed rebellion. Okay, and president rule according to Article 356 in case of failure of constitutional machinery. Then these were the powers, okay, of cabinet. Now in next lecture we will study about the position and powers of the prime minister. Thank you so much.